Well, how you doing there, Coach?
Man, I am fantabulous. Ain't that a word? Fantabulous? I think it is.
I believe it's a word, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think that's a good attitude to have, being fantabulous.
Yep. And I just, I laugh. I don't know about you at home in Chicago, but God, these people, we get to talking about weather, Val, and how they get tired of winter. I love the fall. Even though I don't live in a fall state anymore, I love, man, because when it get hot. Today, I saw Superman, all his homeboys, everybody in an Uber today.
Why were they in a Uber, Coach
It
Tony?
was, it was too damn hot to fly.
And I guess that's how it works. When you get outside and you melt, you got to be somewhere in a nice, cool Uber. So not
Superman,
even the superheroes are doing their
Superman was
thing.
like, I ain't going out there. I'll tackle anything except that heat. Man,
Oh my goodness.
how was your day? How was your day today?
Oh, my day was busy. I got a chance to get out and get a walk in, and I saw a little mini concert around the corner from my house at the park. I
Okay.
wanted to attend it, but I unfortunately had to stop and go, wait, I got a show. But that's not unfortunate. That's a great thing. It's
Yep.
Interludes Extra presents a talk on Tuesdays. We're back, and here we go. It's another edition of Interlude Section Presents Talk on Tuesdays. We are back and having a good old time and trying to stay cool as we always do. But of
Right.
course, I'm Val the Voice Johnson. That is Coach Tony. And of course, we're here and we want to thank you guys for supporting A DJ Saved My Life. The book has now the print book is available and it's available on purelighthouse.media.com. And of course, we're always excited when you guys go ahead and support what we have. And I finally got the nice professional picture up there adjacent to the book.
Hey, that was right. This is like the students, like sitting there like you just finished signing about 1,000 autographs. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's the look I was going for. So we're we're excited. The ebook and the regular book is available on purelighthouse.media.com. And of course, our affiliate sponsor is KeySpot. This coming Thursday, if you guys want to meet other entrepreneurs that can help your business or other way around, you can help them. Sign up with KeySpot, and that is you can connect, share, and grow at keyspot.app.com/free. And you can sign up to have your business highlighted on the national app, which is KeySpot. We're so happy about that.
That's a nice
And
thing.
then
That's a good thing.
exactly. And of course, I record things that happen between myself and Coach after the show, after we hit the end stream. It happens on patreon.com. It's Interlude Section Presents Find Your Voice. We've posted a couple of extra and newer articles on Patreon, and we want to thank everyone who is a member, paid or free. But you can join free at patreon.com/interludes to really enjoy yourself there. And of course, Coach Tony, he's got his own IG.
Better pull up
Aren't
on me
you
on the
happy?
pull up on me and pull up quick on the Pull Up Podcast Show. And of course, the IG is at the Pull Up Podcast Show. And I love it.
I know. We're excited that you have your own IG, of course. And of course, we're streaming this on his Twitter account as well. But of course, we're excited that you're joining us with that. So go ahead and scan the QR code so you can do what? Go ahead and be a part of the Pull Up Podcast Show as we post a lot of things that Coach does with the show and beyond. Oh my goodness. But of course, Coach Tony, we're excited that you are here. I got a lot to cover, but of course, I want to let you guys know I was in Vegas on last week, and we had like a not the original stream. We did a repeat from what we had recorded the previous week. But I was in Vegas and I really, really had a good time. And I think, I stayed at the Mandalay Bay. That is the
hotel. Right off the end of the strip. Yep.
But it was 100 plus degrees every single day. It was nothing to play with. It was nothing to play with, but that's me there. I was on the bridge connecting to the MGM, but I went outside and I thought I saw Satan in the corner sipping a Coke.
You went outside and wasn't nothing moving. The cactus was just like, and nothing was moving. Yeah, Vegas. And you know what be killing me, Val? When people talk about it's a different kind of heat. It's a dry heat. I don't give a damn. And my buddy gave me a good example. He said, dry heat, turn your stove on 100 and stick your hand in and see if you still burn. And see how dry that is. Because that's about equivalent. You know, in Vegas, when you left, it is now going up. I got a buddy of mine gave me, I just talked to him yesterday, and today it hit, yesterday it hit 114, 115. So you came through with cool. But you know what kills me about Vegas, Val? Is when it's midnight and it's 99, 97, 98 degrees at midnight.
I know. I don't understand how people live out there, but then I have to remind myself that it is the middle of the desert. There's an oasis in the middle of the desert, which is the Los Angeles Strip. That's what you're looking at right now.
Vegas
Strip. The Las Vegas Strip. And I'm sitting here going, I don't want to go too far, but I got a chance to be a part of a conference that I was there, and it was the big conference for, just having a good time and learning some more things about one of the businesses that I've started. So I got a couple of people that I've met for the very first time, and that's Rhonda Leonard Hortwith. She's in the dead center. And I got a chance to, I meant to put the picture of my friend Lamecca. No, Lamecca is there too. And then also Callie. These are young women that are doing very well in this business. And of course I was thinking, well, let me go and see what it is. And I'm telling you, Coach, the production quality of this show or presentation was wonderful. I was like, wow, look at this. So my mind was blown. So just a big heads up to all the folks that do the thing. I understand what you do. That is the Mandalay Bay Inn. That's the lobby. You see how gorgeous that lobby is?
I'm so glad that they came back. And like Jay said, not Val in Sin City. I said the same thing, Jay. Val all up in Sin City. But you know what's so cool? I don't know if you remember, and I'm so glad that Mandalay made a bounce back because this was the hotel for the Las Vegas shooting from our country stars from here in Nashville. So I was so glad to see when you mentioned that you were in the Mandalay Bay because they went through a downtime, obviously like any hotel would, and then they bounced back. So it is beautiful. It's at the end of the strip. When I'm out there, I'm always playing golf on that golf course. The Mandalay Bay golf course is gorgeous. And that end of the strip is great because you got New York, you got MGM down there, you got Monte Carlo, you got Cosmopolitan. Not that I know because I'm out there a lot, but you got all that. And that's good to see you have some fun and get some work in and learn a few things.
I know. And the Mandalay Bay Inn was a beautiful hotel. And I see, I just responded to Jay. I'm like, there was no sin in the city of Las Vegas as far as I'm concerned. I wasn't.
There going on, Jay. Oh, okay, there was some sin.
No, there was sin going on, but not with me. I think I walked through all of I've never seen so many lit up machines of what is that? The casino machines. I've
Oh,
never
the
seen so
casino's
many. They were
gorgeous, ain't
all
it?
lit up everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
everywhere.
But
No matter what casino you go in, then when you walk through the door, the first thing you hear, ding, 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 because something is going on. And it amazes me, Val, that I don't care what day or what time of the day, early morning, late at night, early at night, afternoon, it is always packed on the floor. And they
it
got some of the
is.
best restaurants. But when you go in there, I mean, you got people at slot machines. I'm like, damn, I just saw you yesterday with the same outfit on. Did you go to sleep? Yeah, I took a quick nap over here on the machine. What? I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
And they don't have any clocks in the
Oh
casino.
no,
It is
and it's cold.
dimly
There's
lit.
no clock, and they want the air cool because they don't want you to know what time it is, and they don't want you
Mm.
checking your watch, and that's it. But I got one for you. I was listening to um, CNN today, and guess.
Okay.
Let me before I tell you. Let me ask
Okay.
you:
What you
did you
do?
get the opportunity to gamble at all? I mean, slot machines, table, anything?
No, I'll tell you. It's in the corner of what I did, the fun thing that I did in Vegas. But what are you going to tell me about?
What I was going, well, if y'all ride to Vegas with me, me and Val told us, you ride up in Vegas with me, you might well bring a couple of dollars. We jumping on the tables, something. If I got to learn you, right, like that, like my granddad used to say, let me learn you something, boy. But today, Val, in the fall of this year,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's either late September, October, Las Vegas is opening the Uno Hotel. And it's going to be the first ever hotel in Vegas where they are going to have Uno tournaments that you can play Uno, gamble, and make money. Can you believe that?
I cannot believe it, but I understand it. Believe you me,
Now,
I don't. Yeah, I
there's a couple of rules. Now, you play Uno, right?
I love Uno. I
Okay,
love
got
Uno. Uno's one
so
of my favorites. Yeah.
if you play Uno, you love Uno. Let's see if you play with the hood rules or you play with Uno rules. Now, the big thing everybody argued about today was if I'm behind you, I'm sorry, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm in front of you rather, and you hit me with a draw two, do you play if I also got a draw two and there's a person in front of me? I can stack my draw two on yours, and then whoever has a draw two, and then if it ends up at the person who doesn't have one, let's say, for example, four of us, we have three draw twos, four persons, got to pick up six cards. Do you play that or no?
No, I play it. I play it. I play it like what you just said. Like I'll do a draw two or whatever. But
Yeah, but
Uno is
can I
something.
put my draw two on your draw two and make the other person draw four? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You just
So
keep
based
you're trying to get cards out of your hand when you play Uno. I think that's how it
okay,
works.
so
Yeah.
based on the Uno rules, that is a hood rule. You cannot do that. And
Ah.
you only can play one draw two, and the next person only draws two, then this next person comes. And the last one is when you have a person who don't have your color or the card, do you play Val? They must draw until they find the color, or they just draw one card and keep the game moving.
They draw a card that matches the color that's on the table. That's what
That
I do.
that's another hood rule because the official game rule says you only draw one card and you keep the game moving. So my big thing is if they put this game in Vegas, they're going to
Mm-hmm.
give some hood rules or some Vegas rules because there's going to be a lot of arguing at the table. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? Vegas, that seems like that would be an exciting thing to take a part of, but of course, let me make sure that I keep the thing moving here with the
Hey,
Uno.
what else is in Vegas, by the way, Val, real quick, before you get out? What else is going on in
Okay.
Vegas while you were there?
Okay, so I'm about to get to that. So that's what I
Okay.
was trying to that's what I was trying to guess. I was trying to wrap up to. On yesterday, our guest that was supposed to come for our pull up podcast show,
Oh,
we had
yeah.
to do a little bit of a pivot, and I ended up writing a whole article about it and posting it to our LinkedIn Pure Lighthouse Media business page. And so we covered what's happening in Vegas the 25-26 Summer League with some of the standouts that Coach Tony pointed out regarding the NBA draft, some of the wonderful talented young men who are going to be playing for some of the NBA teams that you see represented here. Bronny James, we have Dylan Harper, and who are the others we have here? It's Cooper.
We got my boy, got Cooper Flag. Flag's going to be doing some big things. And we have VJ Comey. And I love this kid out of the Bahamas, going to do some big things. And of course, like I said, Dylan Harper. And then my man, Leon McNeely down in Charlotte. And as Coach Jay was talking about in Vegas doing some things, I definitely going to put something on Talamon and Rosario. If I'm there, Jay Val don't know about that. But when you're looking at these young kids, I want to tell you, thank you, Val. I thought you did a great job last night on the sports scene in the Sports Side House, talking about the Summer League. And I thought it was excellent. And I thought that on your trip, I thought, man, if Val would have known the Summer League was there and doing everything, that would have been so cool to get a 2-for-1. Do the work and the business you were there for, and then actually have an opportunity to bounce out to maybe a party or even an engagement or a function to where some of these players and the parents and the kids was, and just to check out the excitement and aura of Vegas with the Summer League. I thought that would have been cool.
Well, I was supposed to meet up with family members here in Chicago, but I didn't meet up with them. I called them and they didn't respond. But I was hoping and wishing that I could have stayed in Vegas probably through the weekend, so I would have checked this out. But if you guys want to check out the episode that we did on last night, we did a restream earlier today at around noon Central Time, but it is available on our YouTube channel. But of course, one of the exciting I want to call it shows that I got a chance to see was the glove one. No, he's no longer with us. We understand that. Michael Jackson, this show has been going on in Vegas for about 12 years. It is playing at the Mandalay Bay. That hotel and resort is so huge. But at the Michael Jackson One Theater, I got a chance to see this Cirque du Soleil performance. Yes, of Michael Jackson's One. They did about anywhere between 12 to 13 of his songs. One of my favorite performances that they did was a song he did for the History album that was released in 1995 called, what was that? Stranger in Moscow. Love the song. And it really kind of captured kind of the heart of Michael. And they did a couple of songs from when he was with the Jacksons. I love the Can You Feel It version they did. I love that. And then, of course. And they also combined two songs I never thought I would hear together: Never Can Say Goodbye and Human Nature. I was thinking, I never would have thought of that. Yeah.
But you should have had your DJ mind. But you know something that really killed me and I really loved about that is the story. I really didn't realize.
You've seen it? Oh, wow.
That's it. And so I didn't really realize the stuff that Michael was going through and just how from one incident, from basically when his hair caught on fire and taking the drugs, how he started to be pretty much, depending upon him. And then it just started to take a toll on his life. And it's just incredible the things that was going on, how meticulous he was. And I love the one when he was going to go do the show and everything. He got upset and cleared the house and all that. And he was looking for his drugs. And I need to take something, and he had to calm down for a minute. It just goes to show you, no matter who you are, no matter how big you are, and no matter how much money you have, sometimes these things can take control of you. And I was just really glad to see that one of my favorite songs by him is Never Could Say Goodbye. Never could say bye. And I love how the songs and the stories went right to his life, walking out of, Motown and doing everything he did. And just sometimes just performing, and he didn't even want to sleep sometimes, Val. Just one act after the next. And I thought it was crazy.
I went to their website because they're advertising this on a continual basis, but and I'm not playing the sound because of the copyright. But I when I this was right. We did was we went downstairs, Tony, and we were like, let's catch the 9 o'clock show. It was an hour and a half. It went by so fast. I was thinking, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And like I said, I could tell that they really put a lot of thought into telling the story and then also just
Yep.
kind of mimicking. It was like you saw multiple versions of Michael either doing
Yep.
acrobats like you see here, or they were doing the dancing. I love that they mimic Smooth Criminal very well too.
Oh,
So
the
if
way
you
they
have, if
lean.
you're, oh my gosh, doing that lean. But if you have,
Yeah.
if you're in Vegas and you want to take up a show that's going to be really exciting, I would say please check out the Michael Jackson one, and it's a Cirque du Soleil, and it is at the Mandalay Bay. It's been there for over 10 years. I'm
Yep.
really impressed with it, and I'm telling you, man, I had a blast. I had a blast checking that out, and just doing the thing with it. So yeah,
If I was
yeah.
up in Vegas with you, you had a big story to tell. Cause I'd had you balling, like Martin say, we've been balling all week. We'd have been, hey, no sleep. You get like the Beastie Boys said, no sleep till Brooklyn. Right? So I've been like, Val, wake up. I've been elbowing you every time I saw you nod now. Get up. Yeah, we going to sleeping on the plane. That's how me and my
And
boy do. If we all out, we kicking it, you sleep on the plane all the way home.
and Jay is saying, Val, did you drop 5 on Joe Talamo or Joe Rosario?
Joel,
Or that
you're right.
was that
See,
the boxing?
that's the inside joke of me and JJ tripping. Anyway, and I
I
said,
didn't drop
Jay,
5 on nothing. I didn't
I
gamble
know
anything.
she ain't got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. She ain't got 5 on it. Right?
What up, Mr. Springer? Good to see you, of
Hey,
course.
Springer, what's up, baby? What's
Always
good?
good to see you in the house. But of course, like I said, I really had a good time checking it out, and I am looking forward to going back to Vegas,
Good.
seeing that particular show, and then a few others that I know are probably going to be around. One
Yeah.
show that I want to talk about that I know is coming. We might have mentioned this, but Brandy and Monica. They are going on tour. I think we mentioned it,
Oh,
but I just wanted to
that's
mention it again that they're ramping up. They're doing more and more. I want to call it interviews, and so their song that was
that's gonna
popular
be a
and
good show. I like the combo right there.
exactly. I think they're going to be. I think they're doing about anywhere from 20 to 30 cities. And I think they're going to get started. I believe now they're going to be here in Chicago at the United Center on October 18th. But
Okay.
I'm excited to see where else they're going to be floating around
I need to
to.
check and see if they're gonna be in my back door. That's like a chicken and steak fajita. You get them both together.
Yeah, so it's called the Boy Is Mine tour. And I think they get officially kicked off in the very beginning of they get kicked off in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm looking to see if they're going to be in Memphis. I think that's as the close to
Are they not?
Tennessee.
So they're not coming to Nashville?
I'm looking to see if they're going to be in Nashville. They're going to be in Los Angeles on November,
What about
Birmingham in
Atlanta?
November. Okay, let's see. Houston. They wrap up December 7th in Houston.
No
New
Atlanta show?
Orleans. No, who?
Atlanta. The A.
I'm looking for Atlanta, and yes, they are going to be Atlanta for Halloween at State Farm Arena.
Okay.
October
That's where
31st.
that's where the Hawks play. So Jay, I want to hear all that BS you talking about, man. Get it done.
So they're gonna do, like I said, they're doing anywhere for about 20 dates. They wrap things up at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas on December 7th. And so if you were a fan of, or if you're still a fan of Brandy and Monica, I've seen a couple of interviews they've done. They've been actively promoting their tour coming up. And so I think it's going to be a fun time. I believe who is going to be opening for them. They have two people, that two artists that's going to be opening for
I
them.
heard that they were actually no, Val. I found what I was reading. I love what they're doing. I heard that every city that they're going to, they have a different artist from that city opening up for them. I think that is dope. I think that is so cool
Oh,
because they are the main draw, but every city they go to, they got an artist from that particular city. So I think that is cool. So that kind of gives that city a little home cooking, and then you get to see the stars. I think that's dope.
yeah. So I think what I see, yeah, The Boy Is Mine, Brandy and Monica, and they said with special guests Kelly Rowland, Mooney Long, and Jamal Roberts.
Oh
So
my
they
God, they
might
got Money Long on that. She's brand
Money
new,
Long.
and they got
Yeah.
they got oh my girl Kelly. Oh my, that's a show right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So I was just thinking like this is something, and I've gone to their Instagram to just triple check who else is going to be opening up for them. But let me go ahead and show this. So I'm excited. Like a lot of times we don't know, and this is Jay says they definitely are in Atlanta and Detroit. There we go, Detroit in the
They
building.
always kicking the D, man. Get on up to the
Yeah.
shop, man. Get on with that Detroit stuff, man.
No, it's so Detroit is down the street from Chicago. Show love to
I know
Detroit. I
that.
got
I know
friends
that.
there. I got
He
friends
know
in
what
Detroit. Don't do
he
that.
know what I'm talking about. He know what I'm talking about. Keep it moving.
But anyway, that's one of the fun things that's going to be happening with, and that's going to be, we'll probably mention it again because their
Yeah,
tour gets started in the middle of October. But like I said, I was just really excited to see what
that's
that's
cool.
about. Now let's get to it. We have been checking out some movies, and of course, I'm going to start with the one that I like. And we talked about this. We talked about, some of the ones that are accessible. Now, did anyone watch or see Superman? Did anyone see that? That released over the weekend. Did anyone see Superman? I am curious to know if anyone saw Superman. I'll ask you guys in the chat. Do you have any interest in seeing Superman, or are you just thinking I'm Superman out? Because how many versions of Superman have we seen, Tony? 10?
I mean, a lot. I told you I saw Superman in the cab today. That's the closest thing I've seen Superman.
He was avoiding the heat. That's what he was doing.
But in terms of that, you and I talked about it, it's amazing. I saw Reed's son on CBS the other day and was talking to the new character that plays same role his dad did years ago, and the kid wasn't even around, when the original came out, obviously. But to see
Mhm.
the changes in the special effect, he was talking about how much work his dad put into the original, the props and everything they had to use, and now you just can set a person at a green screen, and technology allows you to do everything behind the screen on computers. It's amazing.
Yeah. So Jay says Superman was on point. My son took me to see it this weekend. Isn't that wonderful when your kids are able to take you to see a movie and they pay for
No,
it?
right?
So it is directed by James Gunn, and our new Superman is David Cornsweet, Rachel Bronson, and Nicholas Holt. So there's a lot of folks that's checking that out. I'm trying to see how it did. Oh, it says Superman makes box office history. Okay, so that's good.
Oh, wow.
200, yeah, 217 million in ticket sales. So this is, and they said this
That's
is a
huge.
this is a
That's
show
huge.
that's saving Warner Brothers, according
That's
to the New
huge.
York Times. That's huge.
You make
So
$200 something million the first week. That got paid. I
so
don't care
according to
what you count. They got paid.
according to the New York Times, they said with 217 million in ticket sales, this is going to help the studio Warner Brothers. So I might
Sure.
go ahead and check it out because, like I said, I have to remind myself Superman, the one that we remember that with Christopher Reeves, that was released in 1977. That's now been almost 50 years ago. So
Yep.
another reincarnation, if it's done well and if it's written well, great. I'm down for it. So congratulations. They won their box office ticket. And here's the thing, Tony. If this movie makes its budget the first weekend, it's considered a success.
Oh, it's gonna do that anyway. But let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How we get an opportunity to make all our superhero movies, they last for decades. But the real good hood movies, you can't remake them.
No, you can't. I would never want to see a remake of Boys in the Hood. Please not. Let's never not do that.
You with me. You cannot remake Boys in the Hood. You can't. Now, Cube did a hell of a good job remaking, Friday, next Friday, and Friday after next. And the last one was supposed to be the last Friday of the month, and they just can't agree to whatever with all the comedians. But he did a hell of a good job, and all three of them had their own theme, and it was hilarious. But when you look at these superhero movies like Fantastic Four and the Joker, Batman, all these things, it's amazing how these were comic books when you and I were kids. Like seriously, comic books that you went to the store and you threw yourself into these comic books, and even the 30-minute sitcom that was on TV, some of those new millennials, not know what the hell I'm talking about because you've never seen them before. So Google.
Right.
But when you got to see Batman back in the day and Robin fight in the cave and they punch somebody, you see, bam, pow, pop up on it. It was hilarious. Now to get them to the movie screen and to redo these movies and then to do better than the one previous to you, because obviously they're shooting to do better than this particular movie. I think they've done a hell of a job. And I know they've done a great job in the Batman series with this, but this is awesome. And Spider-Man.
Yeah. So you know what? There are going to be, I think on the Marvel side, there is going to be, I believe, the Fantastic Four that's coming out.
Love Fantastic Four, yes.
That's going to come out now. Okay, so I think that's coming out in either a week or 2 weeks. But I'm always curious to know if people are still down with some of the superheroes that were introduced to us as children. And now with Jay even mentioning, my child took me to see Superman, and I thought it was great. Because here's the thing, me and you, will have the memory of what our favorite superhero or the actor that we like that played that superhero in our head. And we can compare it to the newer actor that's here who was probably not even born when the original Superman came out, which was 1977. You know the funny
part about all that you just said? Yeah. I don't care how many series they make, Val. It's still going to be compared to Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. He was the best. In my mind, he was the best. And here's the thing. I feel like a lot of us have almost this weird emotional attachment to Christopher Reeve because of what he went through, unfortunately, with his accident, and he ended up becoming a paraplegic. Yeah. I prayed for him as if I personally knew him, never met the man in my life, but now to see his son, I believe on ABC, I think Good Morning America.
Yeah, and to see him, Good Morning America, yes.
To see him working and doing his thing is really, really a blessing. But yeah, I just had a soft heart for Christopher Reeve, and I always thought you're the best Superman. I like Tom Spelling after him, Smallville, the WB series or the CW series that went on for about 10 seasons or so, and and the Man of Steel, that actor was pretty decent for that film, but we all compare him to Christopher Reeves, no matter who plays it. So they did well. 217 million over the weekend.
You and I talked about this the other day. The two big movies at the same time in 1973-74 was him and Jaws 1, the original Jaws. And I just saw the making of that the other day, how they wanted to break down the entire set of the fake Jaws. And the machine kept on rusting out, Val, because they had to dip it in the water and this and that. But again, you can't. It's only so many you can remake it. You remember that. They remade that in 2 and 3. 2 was okay, but 3 was garbage. We talking about Jason Voorhees, right? And Jason. We damn it. Jason had so many damn remakes. He was in Manhattan, New York. How the hell you get from the woods to downtown Manhattan, New York? Come on, man. And so I'm glad to see, like you say, when they take these superhero movies, they keep it realistic based on close to the original story. And that's what I really like about it.
Yeah. But what I ended up watching, and I'm gonna actually just go ahead and do just kind of my review of it, was Heads of State. This
Yes.
this was on Amazon Prime,
Prime. Yep.
and I am a huge fan of Idris Elba, John Cena, and Indian actress. I want to make sure I say her name correctly. I'm going to bring it up so I can pronounce it
That's
correctly.
my girl. Oh my God. I used to love her when I remember she first came.
Quantico.
Yeah,
Remember, she was
Quantico. I just about to
Quantico.
say
Oh my
she hit the
God.
scene with Quantico. Oh, I only watched that because of her. I thought, oh my God, I just loved her acting and everything about it. And she's come along and she's played these tough roles, these CIA, FBI type roles, and she's done a hell of a good job. You know, I thought John Cena was funny because he played, you know, like the 47, kind of fake and real at the same time. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, Priyanka Chopra. That's how you pronounce her name. And she's married, still married to Nick Jonas.
Yep.
And I think she did phenomenal. I like that they put a woman in as someone kind of saving folks. So you have Idris Elba being the Prime Minister of England, and then of course you you have John Cena's character, who I think they were kind of making fun of Schwarzenegger, who was an actor who became a governor, as well as our current president, who has no experience in running, but just kind of. But I loved his attitude of, well, let's make sure that we make it happy. Like, let's try to find the right side of
what you
things.
talking about? Hey, take this 9mm. This ain't no movie. You got to shoot at somebody.
Exactly. Now, I went to sleep on this film, but you checked it out and liked it. I'm gonna bring it up because you told me to bring it up. It's called Tyler Perry's. It's Tyler Perry's Medea's
Destination. Let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. I don't give a damn about Medea, because Brown. Let me tell you something. It took me a while to get into Tyler Perry stuff because remember he originally came out as plays and stage plays. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do it, couldn't see it, kept being, you know. But then it hit the screen and I started really getting into him. But then you started to mess with the characters only because I watched The House of Pain. So I love everything with the Pains, you know what I'm saying, and assisted living. But to have them together, and I'll tell you, this movie, I know Val didn't like it, but to me, it was one of the only movies that I literally seen in the last few years with Tyler Perry with a Medea theme to it, that it didn't have anybody getting beat, right? It didn't have anybody had to go through a sad moment, sad situation. And this was dealing with the young kids in this particular movie and a lesson learned before they get old because there was something going on. And I thought it was hilarious. They took it down to the Bahamas. Great time.
Yeah, so here's the thing. This is one of the, and I'll just say this, like as I've said it repeatedly before, the one thing that I do love and respect about Tyler Perry is that he keeps people working. So you have Cassie Davis, you have the Manns, so that's David and Tamala Mann, and then some other actors that he's worked with for years. Like he was trying not to do any more Medea films, but a lot of people like yourself just love Medea. I appreciated Medea when it was a play, and I remember taking my mom to see the plays when they would come to Chicago, and all the rest of this. And we're talking back in the early to mid 2000s.
Yes.
And then when he did the very first Medea based film, which was Diary of a Mad Black Woman, that's still one of my favorite Tyler Perry films to this day because it translated well from the stage to screen, which is hard to do. It's very hard to do, but I think this was a wonderful excuse to take your cast down to the Bahamas and shoot a film around it. It's not necessarily, I don't necessarily need a plot. I just come up with something very, very unweak. Because one of the things that I thought was, and this is something that happens in the film, is one person is talking out in the open, very personal details on the phone, on his cell phone. I was thinking that is so unrealistic. And so I was thinking to myself, but Tyler as a writer sometimes feels that he has to hold our hand through every step. And so we want to make sure that you see, okay, this person has a thought about this, and the reason why he does this is because he overheard or something happened with this. His writing in some other films that he's done has been better, but to me, for this film, this was a wonderful excuse to take some cast members that he's been working with now. I think he's been working with David and Tamala Mann since
a long time. And see, I am
for a long time. Yeah. So
I'm on the other side of the planet from you. I totally agree the other direction with you, because this is how I came up with Malika, my kid that I represent with the rides on my tennis, who you've had on the show and had a chance to meet her, and mom and dad, wonderful people. I was on the phone heading out to a trip with Mike Drew and the guys. The first year we had our one of our buddies who just beat cancer, and I was talking to the airport. You know, sometimes we get a little loud, we be tripping, and they were like, "Man, where you at, man?" I was like, "Hey, man, I'm transferring in Denver right now. I'll be there in a minute." And she overheard my conversation, this and that, and we were laughing and joking, and asked me what I did, and that turned into a great situation. I've been in other places where I have walked by and been in a situation where I'm heading to Vegas or heading to some direction, and I've overheard an agent or overheard somebody in the industry, the basketball, sports industry, and they're talking to somebody, and they get out the phone and say, "Hey, man, I ain't mean to butt in. I heard you talking about such and such. I know X, Y, Z," and then we struck up a conversation. So I don't look at it like that. I look at it completely, totally different, because I think that is realistic in this day and age, and especially there in a casino. And because you don't gamble and do that, and I do, there's been multiple times that I've been at the roulette table, playing on the roulette table, and I get a phone call, like Jay call me and like, "Dog, where you at?" And I'm like, "I'm in Vegas," or "I'm in wherever." And they say, "Hey, excuse me, sir, you can't be at the table on the phone." Okay, I take one step off the table and I'm talking to Jay, and I'm tripping because the noise around in the casino is kind of loud. You know that 'cause you just was there last week. So I'm talking kind of loud, but I'm watching my money on the table. So I thought that he did a very realistic situation with that. And he had his other characters, and Brown and all of them. Brown gonna be Brown, how he wears different things. But I just thought the plot, and I've been down in that area as well with my basketball player. So I thought that was a great opportunity to really put a good situation, that whether he's taking the cast of the crew on a vacation, or let's do this last destination for Medea. But I thought it was pretty funny. It had its fun times, let's say that, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to Heads of State. I really enjoyed kind of the action of it all. And I don't take it seriously. It's supposed to be a fun situation. I think if you do that with the Medea thing, you could do that as well, because the reviews are coming out saying that it's nothing but a nice long commercial for visiting the Bahamas. But John Cena in Heads of State is, to me, this makes it an action comedy, and definitely this is John Cena and Idris Elba contributing to the buddy. Even though they're supposed to be, president and prime minister, it's still the buddy concept, and I think. Right. That's a concept that'll never get old. It's been perfected, especially in the 90s and 2000s. No, let's go back to the 80s. Let's go back to Trading Places or what was the other film that Eddie Murphy did that was kind of a buddy thing? Not Beverly Hills Cop. What was the other one that he did?
48 Hours. He did 48 Hours.
With Nick Nolte to America. Exactly. Yeah. So.
Well, they just did the remake of 48 Hours, and it wasn't so good. But Jay just hit it, and dude, cool out, because they can't make "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker." If they remade that, I told Val about 2 movies, And I don't know, Val, did you ever see I'm Gonna Get You Sucker?
I sure did. Yeah.
Okay.
I sure did.
So let me ask you, have you ever seen a movie called Fear of a Black Planet?
I have seen that one too. Yes, I have.
Hey,
I have seen that.
they can't remake either one of them, right? Because not in the 2000s, we'll be in trouble right now because everything else going on. But if they remake I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, I don't know how they're gonna do it because Wayne has had it going on at that time.
Oh my gosh, they did. They did. And like I said, I think mainly with this one, with Heads of State, accessible on Amazon Prime, because if you have Amazon Prime, you can easily see this. And a lot of things were extremely predictable. So if you're looking for, oh my gosh, I saw that coming. Oh, well, who's the person that betrays the two of them? I thought I knew who it was, but it ended up being somebody else. So I was like, oh, okay, that was interesting.
Yeah.
But
Don't tell me the end of it, because I ain't seen the end of it. But I want to ask you this. Did you like the Head of State better than the one that we reviewed earlier with Viola Davis? What was the name of the one she was doing? She was the president?
G20. Yes. It seems to be a lot of films that are doing films that are presidential and kind of doing something where it's not necessarily that person that's doing that. And so like I said, I'm a huge fan of kind of the action comedy and buddy comedy. That's what Heads of State is. And so I'm, like I said, they're kicking butt. But of course, Tony, it was just was a fan of the Madeir's wedding. I finally a destination wedding. I finally got to the end of it, and I was just kind of like, okay, so this was something that he wanted to do to celebrate. I don't know. I think he just called me on
a good. I think he just called me on a good night. I was a little tipsy, man. I don't think that's what it was.
Oh my gosh. But the Destination Wedding on Netflix is the #1 movie now streaming on Netflix.
There it is. That's what I'm saying. Numbers, I got my bad, but numbers don't lie.
And the other stars of it, Taja V. Simpson, Diamond White, Jermaine Harris, and Xavier Smalls. And so, along with Cassie Davis Patton, David Mann, Tamala Mann, and of course, Tyler playing 3 roles: Joe, Madeir, and himself as Joe's kid.
I love playing Joe. The Joe was clowning in this movie. When I say all I can say is he was kind of, because he reminded me of part of myself. I'm telling you now, I can see me kicking it with you at your party. You got me in Vegas. Charge it to the room. Charge it to the room.
Charge it to the room.
Give me 5,000. You just lost. I just lost. Give me 5,000 more. Wait. Charge it to Val. Take care of this. Charge it to the room. Then they went out on the boat ride. Tyler got that doggone bill that looked like a phone book.
I was sitting there going, if I had a bill like that, that would probably just make me fall out too. That was just absolutely bananas. Oh my goodness. And that's what
made me go crazy, because the realistic of it, I could see everything, because Jaden been there. We'd have kicked it together a couple times on some stuff. And I'm telling you, we get in and you roll with me. We go to the racetrack. We go to Hey, we gonna ball. Hey, if I was in Vegas with you and that was what we supposed to do, when you got finished that class, that last night when you headed back to Chicago and we gonna ball till we fall.
I'm telling you, that is what's up. Now, there was a little bit of a rumor that was going out on social media, and they were, I think if I'm looking at this correctly, and I'm going to bring this up, this was read for Janet. So Janet Jackson, I think her Las Vegas residency is done right now. I don't think it's happening,
done. But this was over. I think it's done. It was done at the end of April.
Yeah, so it was done. But she was over in London, and I believe she was at an event. I believe it was a celebration of something. I want to make sure that I get this correct. But there was a photograph of her and Maxwell holding hands, and it went viral. And I was just thinking to myself, are they a couple? And of course, if you hold hands, people are just looking to go, hey, okay, well, something's happening with this. And it's like, no, there's nothing happening. And come to find out, they attended this event, and it was a friendly situation, nothing too exorbitant with that. And so with myself and Maxwell, I'm thinking they've been making music that I've been loving for years. But if they want to match these guys up, that's cute, but that's not what was happening. What are some of your thoughts on it? Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, Maxwell, I'm gonna holler at your homeboy. I appreciate you. Now go make some music with Janet. That's all I'm saying. Go get your music on, because hey, that's if Maxwell and Janet can plug together, oh my goodness, and that's a different. It's kind of like, I look at him every time I remember every time I used to see Maxwell, I would always give him confused with Lenny Kravitz. I swear for God.
Really? They look nothing alike.
Oh yeah, just because of the whole genre, yeah, that hair and everything else they had, I used to just get them confused, Val, I'm telling you. And then I had to slow down. But I like Maxwell. Maxwell blow those nice laid back R&B tunes, and this late in life, they're in their 60s and he connected with Janet.
No, they're in their 50s. They're in their 50s. Don't age them that quickly. And Maxwell is a little bit younger than me, so no, he's not. He's.
I thought Janet's like 59 or 60, ain't she?
No. So Janet won't be 60 until she's born in 66, so she'll be 60 next year. But Maxwell is 2 years. Maxwell is 2 years younger than me. So he'll be.
See, that's the case. Hey, Maxwell, do your thing, boy. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't think that's the case. And Jay says Maxwell is in a relationship with DJ D Nice. I don't know if that's true. That sounds a little backwards to me. We're not going to start those horrible rumors here. That's what I said. Wait a minute, Jay. I don't know if that's true. I just know the two of them are friendly. This kind of went viral for a second. Don't believe the hype. They're friends. Let's leave it at that. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be
friends? Why can't we? You already know. Jay approved with that one. But hey, I'm just saying, Val, if Maxwell and Janet, if they did connect in London for whatever, whether it be a premiere or whatever, and they decided to do something, hey, they late in life, both are single, doing whatever they want to do. So if they both connect to hook up, so what? I think sometimes, one of Eddie Murphy said it best, I thought, we sometimes we get ourselves in a situation with social media that we live our lives so on the edge of social media with people that we're never going to meet in our life. We worry about what the people on social media are going to say, and those people they don't know you from other side of the moon. And those same people that are making the comments and saying something about Janet and Maxwell, they have no idea what they're doing. He could just say, far as they know, they could have been growing up, and Maxwell could have been from GI. As far as they know, and for those that don't know what the hell GI is, Gary, Indiana. But he could have been from GI and grew up not too far under Janet, them in the neighborhood, and all of a sudden they bumped each other 30, 40 years later and say, hey, let's go to dinner. But because of social media, the paparazzi, and a story, those three things right there, that makes for news every time, every single time.
And I think it's because the two of them are both single and both extremely famous. I think that's the main thing, is that they're.
Yeah, but it shouldn't even matter. So you basically telling me because she's single and famous, whoever she talks to says something, gives a hug, or hold hands, she's got to be dating them. So what happens if she happened to be coming out there, and Barack Obama is there, and she hugs Barack Obama and walks out the thing holding hand because he was talking to her. And then they're going to say, I knew it was because the rumors been Michelle and Barack has already been on the brinks. They're on the verge of breaking up, and Barack has cheated on her with Janet Jackson. That would be the headline news. And it wouldn't even be true at all. It could be just a situation where, as you mentioned a moment ago, they're good friends, could know each other, and whatever the situation is. Now, if they both come out via social media and you see Janet blowing him kisses and he's throwing hugs and waves, and then maybe we can read into it. But until you can see that, it amazes me, and you and I have said this on several previous podcasts, it amazes me that PWIs have changed the way we view things within the last decade and a half. In the last 15 years, you are no longer innocent until proven something. You are now automatically guilty and prove your innocence. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think that's the horrible part of it all. And I want to make sure that I get this up correctly. They were at the Kit Kat Club looking at a musical cabaret in London. That's where they were. Yeah.
I may be with Jay a little bit on this one there. Hey, Maxwell could have been doing a little something. I'm just saying. I ain't saying, hey, if he had some of that kiwi strawberry, tell him, Jay, we could be on.
Yeah, but I think that because they were holding hands, that's when things went a little awry. And then Entertainment News picked it up. Access Hollywood picked it up. Like all of the entertainment folks were like, "Oh, is this a couple situation?" And then they've calmed it down. They've calmed it down. It's not anything.
Paparazzi makes the story, and then all of a sudden they make the story, and then the photographer that can actually capture them kissing, right, is going to get paid because that picture is going to be right. You and I already know it. It's like what's that movie we were just watching? You and I reviewed it. I can't think of it. And they were talking to the dude. He was like, man, I'm not giving this up. They go, why? I said, man, this picture is worth a lot of money. You want to buy it from me? And they made an offer to buy it from him and cleared everything up. He was like, hey, look, I'm taking this picture. I don't care what you say. And, it's freedom of the press. But, it amazes me. And I think that's what, I know you and I didn't cover, and I want to do that. The whole situation happened with basketball wise, with Jackie Christie's story, with Chris Webber and all that stuff that went down with there, all out of a picture and all out of some stuff that popped up, and whatnot. And so you never know when you in that limelight, you famous, you have no idea where the paparazzi is hiding to take one picture of you making one mistake. You could have been that person in Vegas, Val, and walked out of a room and saw somebody that you'd seen years ago, and all of a sudden, like the Italian, you're greeting, there's two kisses on the jaw and one on the lip. And they say, oh my God, pal, oh my God. And like, what are you talking about, dude? I've been knowing this person for 30 years. It's like my homeboy, but they don't care. And now there's a story. And I think that sometimes that's when we need to clean up social media because of the assumption.
It's too much of an assumption. And I think that, like I said, I'm glad that their people came out and says no, that they were just there. They're supporting the club. They were, they're friends, and they've been photographed together lots of times. So they're very, it's good to know that you can be friendly in entertainment, and then but I think a lot of people just want to match you up, but it's like, nope, don't match me up. I'm okay. I'm Maxwell, I've known for a while, so I'm not trying to get matched up right now. So thank you very much.
If she's single with nobody, and if they do, I mean, that's their business, though. It's not anyone else's to pass judgment on it, whether that they go see each other, they got benefits, or they just good friends. It's on them. I mean, and we try to pass judgment on other people's situation and whatnot, but the moment somebody dip in your situation, oh, they being nosy. But you ain't being nosy when you're in theirs. Crazy.
Exactly. So but like I said, I'm grateful that they got out. Like Janet, I'm glad to see her out and about. She has, being on that tour, she has, or her residency, she has slimmed down. And also her son should be about 5 or 6 years old right now. Yeah, her son. She's keeping him out of public eye, just like a lot of stars.
Older than that.
He might be. I'm totally not 100% sure, but I know that a lot of famous moms Halle Berry comes to mind when I think about this. They're keeping their children out of the spotlight because of their fame. They're saying, if my child, if they grow up and they say they want, they want to be associated with me, that's totally different. But
Right.
other than that, I think Janet and Maxwell, it was cute. It fired up a week ago. And as we've come back, it's over. It's like, nope, it's not a thing. And Jay
Like
is
the song
joking
said, it
around.
was all good just a week ago.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, on next week with the Pull Up Podcast show, we are back, and I wanted to make sure that I brought up that you're going to be doing something on. You're going to have a guest on next week.
Man, let me tell you something. For those that are football lovers, for those are Ole Miss lovers, and those are just lovers of guys that are short guys, small guys that think they couldn't make it, I'm telling you right now, don't meet me, but beat me to the Pull Up Podcast show. Monday night, 8 p.m., July 21st. I got none other than the one and only Dexter McCluster in the house. He's getting ready to be inducted into the Hall of Fame for the state of Mississippi. And ex-Tennessee Titans, ex-New York Giants, ex-Raven. I mean, the boy, ex-Chiefs. The boy's been through the NFL. And he's not like no Derrick Henry big guy. He's a smaller guy, but been able to make that transition and have a hell of an NFL pro career and still doing big things. So we're going to bring Dexter in the house, my boy, next week, and we're going to chop it up.
That's gonna be a fun show to see you guys talk about it, and I'm going to be cheering you guys on from the background, and hopefully there won't be any thunderstorms happening where you guys can
Hopefully,
do your thing.
Again, so Sonia, I just apologize. We're going to make sure you guys keep close ear to the dial with the pull up, because we're gonna have Sonia Chase back on the show probably sometime in August, when she's able to look at her schedule again, and we're going to bring her back because she's got a lot of important things to talk about with her foundation and what she's doing in the DMV area of Virginia, Maryland, DC. And it's going to be absolutely wonderful to hear from her. And she's one of the originals that came through the first level of the WNBA, Val, back in 1998 when it was started. So a lot of big things from Sonia Chase.
That's what we're talking about. But like I said, we are excited that you guys have joined us on another edition of Inteerludes Extra Talk on Tuesdays.
What you said?
Of course, make sure that you support Coach Tony. Please scan the QR code that you see right there and join his movement over on Instagram, the Pull Up Podcast Show. That's where you find him at. And of course, we're actively posting more clips from our show, and especially some things that he has been actively doing, because, the coach is a coach. You want to see him do some things behind the scenes. You can catch him at the Pull Up Podcast Show on Instagram. Scan that QR code and check.
I'm about to start doing some of my workouts too, so they can see my workouts. I'm working out my players and my team. I'm about to start sending you some of that, Val, so they can see them on that on-court action, what I'm actually talking to with these players and these kids, seeing all that. And I'm telling you, everybody that's on the show tonight on Inteerludes, hit me on the gram. Just send me a quick message and plug in with me, you know what I'm saying? So I can hit you back and connect with you. If you got Instagram, and hit me up. And if you don't have that, I still got my old account. So hit me up on the, as we call X, and I still call Twitter, at Chillman7 with 3 L's, CHILLLMAN7 at Chillman7 on Twitter. You can get me either way.
Yeah. The Twitter universe loves Coach Tony, which is always fun. Of course, a DJ saved my life. It is the book, the regular book, as well as the ebook. The print book is now available. We're excited, and we have it up on the website. So go ahead and order it. I'll go ahead and sign it for you. We are down. I think I ordered 50 copies, so I think I'm down to 40 now. But I'm
Okay.
going to be planning some what do you call it, book signings in and around the Chicagoland area. And then, of course, I'll be looking to come to a city near you as I plan the book tour for DJ Save My Life. So you guys, thank you so very
Oh,
much.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, okay. I
That's
think we
gonna
need to
be
get like a group, really like a little act to come with you. Maybe like a Maxwell opening up for you, drop a couple cuts. You sing it, you sign the book. Then you got the coach there on the set with you, pulling up on you. Come on, man, we can do this.
me. Pull up on me. Yes, yes. And I would love for you to be my DJ. That would be nice. If I came to Nashville and
There
book
you
a
go,
spot, would you be my DJ, coach?
man. For sure, we're gonna put it up. We're gonna turn up. Man, you're gonna sell all the damn books. You got to need a whole new venue.
And of course, patreon.com/interludes. It is the backstage fun that we have. And thank you so much. Kevin says he's on chapter 2 of the book. Thank you for checking it out. And I'll be asking you, Kevin, to do a review as soon as you're done with the book. You give me a review and we'll post it on the website, which will be wonderful. But go ahead and go to patreon.com/interludes. I am posting more and more posts. There is the Purple Robe Diaries, although it's a little too warm for the Purple Robe right now, but it's all cool. But of course, we have some background things that are happening, and then also other articles. I have really gotten into writing articles, Coach Tony. I am tapping into the journalism degree I got from North Central, so we're doing that right now. We are all about it.
Hey, they say you don't write about it, be about it.
Exactly. exactly. So thank you so very much for that. And Kevin said he is down for writing a review, which is always wonderful. But guys, check out Heads of State. And of course, if you're a Tyler Perry fan, check out Madeir Destination Wedding. Like I said, don't these are fun movies. These are fun movies. If you want something more serious, I would say go with the independent filmmaker and do that. I'm down for that as well.
You're not gonna get serious with Tyler Perry. Everybody know if you see Brown and Cora and they ain't about to be serious. All I'm just saying, that's why they moved to number one. What I will tell you is get your little wine or get your little bourbon or a margarita and sit down and watch Tyler Perry. And I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
Here's my final say on this, Coach. If you have to get tipsy to watch a Tyler Perry film, that possibly means it's not that good. Okay, I'm done.
Hey, all I'm saying, I got tipsy to watch Head of State. So I'm just
Jay volunteered. He says, when your tour comes to Atlanta, I will be your DJ. Thank you, Jay. I would love that.
Hey, Jay, as long as you got that Kiwi out there, I'm coming too. We good.
On behalf of myself and Coach Tony, we are so excited that you join us. Join us next week for more information regarding entertainment and movie reviews. And of course, we have some wonderful guests that are coming up in August. So I am hyped. I am hyped. So you know what we do. Peace.